Agreeing to terms and acquiring goods, services, or work from an external source takes a lot of effort. Maintaining policy-defined procurement documents and choosing the right document template is always a challenge. Doxpert provides a solution to make this process much safer and easier by enabling the user to modify only the sections in the document where variables are defined. Advanced role management also secures that an individual user is only capable of accessing, creating, or altering data to which the permissions are provided. A questionnaire form guides the user through all of the necessary variables to complete for the chosen document type. Answers given in the questionnaire may also impact the final document layout. Now let's see how it works. Here we can see the Doxpert dashboard. From here, the user can directly access the Documents feature by clicking on Create Document. After that, the user will choose which type of document they would like to create from the Process drop-down menu, and then choosing which document type. After this, the user will continue to make selections from this menu, including the Section menu, which could represent departments within the organization. For this example, we will choose Procurement. Here you can add validators and controllers. Controllers would be the people who would double-check the finalized and signed documents once they are complete. Then we can add in the year and partner code, but these are not mandatory fields. Once you are finished filling in the fields and click on Save, the user is taken to the questionnaire and guided through all the necessary questions to be answered as they pertain to the process and document type that was previously chosen. These are kind of self-explanatory. Here you can see you fill in the name of the supplier, the address of the supplier, and other related information. After each question is filled in, the user will use the Next Question button to proceed. At any time, the document can be saved and returned to exactly where you left off. Here you can see the document we were just working on is in an in-progress state. It can be reopened and the user can continue to fill in the necessary information. Through pop-ups, the user can be notified about how the next question can impact the final version of the document, or if there are any special instructions about how to fill in the question, they can be displayed here to help guide the user in the right direction. This is the point in the process where the two examples we will be looking at will differ. Here I will show you what the document process and final version look like if we pick Tools and Tooling Service. Later, we will see what the process and document will look like if we choose Machine Components instead. After choosing Tools and Tooling Services, I click Next Question and proceed to fill in the tool numbers and corresponding prices. I can add any number of tool IDs here. Now I am taken to the last question, and I know it's the last question because there is no Next Question option here, but instead the option to verify the document. When I click here to verify, there is a background process running that is double checking all the information to make sure it is secure and to make sure all the necessary data has been gathered in order to build the final document. Once the user clicks on Generate, a PDF will be produced and it is in a downloadable format. Once I click Save, then my supplier agreement is created. Here we can see the document which has been created. Any values which are red and bold indicate that these values have been calculated by the system, or it is a value in which it was entered through the questionnaire. Here you can see where we entered supplier, supplier address, customer, customer address, tools and tooling services, and so on is all in red and bold. The sections that are highlighted in yellow will be to show the difference when we compare the tools and tooling document to the machine components document a bit later. Now let's create a new document for machine components so we can compare the two and see how they are different. I'll just save this document and create a new one. We create a new document just the same way we created the first. We can make our selections from the same menu, selecting the process, document type, section, validators, controllers, and filling the optional information of year and partner code if we wish. Then we click Save to start entering all of the necessary information such as supplier, supplier address, customer, customer address. Then we get to this point where we can now choose machine components instead of tooling services as in the previous example. In the last example, when we chose tools and tooling services, we were taken directly to the table to fill in the tool IDs and their corresponding prices. Machine components is a bit more complex, and first we will be asked to answer a series of questions. Each question answered here will impact what the next question asked may be, as well as it will impact the layout and content of the final document. Here we will say that the items are off-road for this example. The pop-ups here can also ensure that the user knows exactly what to answer and that the answers are correct. If the user answers yes, then the section will be added to the quality approval section of the document, and the pop-up lets us know that. Here, let's say the supplier is not ISO TS certified. If you answered yes, then one section would be added to the document, and if you answered no, a different section is added instead. The following questions are in regards to damage compensation, payment, and payment terms. Here we'll choose payment terms of 15 days end of month. Now we are taken to the same place we saw in the tools and tooling services example. Here you can also print or download the document. Now let's open both documents side by side so we can do a comparison of the similarities and differences between the two. We can now see that since we gave different answers in each of the documents, the final layout and contents are also different. There are different sections added to the machine components document that are not included or needed in the tools and tooling services document. Our quality and quality approval sections are also different, as the answers to each questions were driving if a section was added to the document or not. Here we can see the difference in the terms and payment conditions section, as well as the agreement period and termination sections. At the end of each document, we again have different sections. As you can see, this section here in yellow on the tools and tooling services document is not needed on the machine components document. And here we have the signature date and preferred fields for the customer and supplier. That concludes this demo, and we would like to thank you for watching this overview of the procurement functionality of Doxpert. For more information, please contact BlueSky at blueskygrs.com or sales@blueskygrs.com.